Greetings, listeners, and welcome to another fun-filled session with the Wednesday Night Crew. This is the first of 3 sessions dedicated to the holiday season. First off, we have part 1 of Claus for Concern, which utilizes D&D 5e rules to tell a really fun story that takes place at the North Pole. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome, everybody. We're going to kick off our holiday season of one-shots here. Tonight, we're going to be playing Claus for Concern, or a very loose interpretation of it, because I threw most of it out the window. And we're going to start a way that I don't think we ever have. We're going to start with a cold open.
Whoa.
Yes, a very cold open. So.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Right? You're currently inside of your head. You see nothing, but as you hear a certain sound and it fades away, you open your eyes. A cold, billowing, freezing wind emanates and almost has a muffled tone to it. Each of you open your eyes and it fades to complete black and darkness. And we start. You have a sense about you that
Hello.
you've never felt before.
Is anyone out there?
Some of you hear a very muffled
Panthro? Is that you? Chitara?
Again, some of you just hear little as you reach out. You can feel yourself in a very small walled structure with a fibrous feeling to the walls.
I'm going to try to punch my way out of this.
All right. Go ahead and throw your punch. You don't have
Well, okay. I was just going to roll an unarmed strike, but if,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's only a 10.
So you feel a crack to the wall next to you. And as it cracks open, you hear a tear and a rip, almost as if paper is ripping.
That I couldn't punch my way out of a wet paper stack. They were wrong.
Who is
try
the
to tear
fool
the
that is
paper.
talking?
You hear more muffling, and as the sounds start to become a little more clear to you, Andrew's character, you kind of peer through the opening and you see a single star up in the sky.
Freedom, sweet freedom.
Starscream, what is this nonsense? Get me out of here.
I also am trying to punch my way through because I feel like I should have a weapon, but it's probably not in my hand yet. It's probably somewhere else. So I'm going to use unarmed strikes to try to punch my way out. The first punch definitely doesn't do it, but the second one might, as it's a 18.
Yeah, you tear a sizable hole into this structure you're inside of. You also see a faint light up in the air.
What is that?
Almost the shape of a star.
I reach to my side and I grab the handle of my sword and I hold it up and I say, "Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight." And I try to cut through whatever's in front of me.
All right, roll it.
All right. That's a 14.
Yeah. With your mighty swing, you just hear a ripping, almost like scissors cutting through cardboard. Go ahead.
I'm going to just blast my way out.
Yeah.
With my arm cannon, that's a 13.
Yeah. But, all of you in the vicinity, you're starting to make your way kind of out of this structure and climbing upon these rectangular shapes, and a thunderous blast comes out and kind of jostles you all, but you're all still in the same position. And
what was that god awful noise?
Prince Adam kind of hits the side. It's thrown to the side a bit and feels fabric, and he slumps to the side.
I click on the sword that is permanently attached to my hand, and I cast green flame blade, but it's more of a blue flame blade as I do a twirl to try to loosen my way out of here some.
Any noises or sound effects accompanying that?
Yeah. Ben, where are you, Ben?
All of you in the vicinity kind of see a blue flash, but it fades away as the circular hole has been cut through that particular structure. And,
I don't know of a Ben, but I'm Adam. Who are you? Where are we?
I would appear to be in a mountain of big rectangular boxes and multitudes of colors.
I wonder if I could feel around where I was to see if there was anything, I don't know, that maybe be accessorized with me that was attached to the box in some way or attached in my prison where I could also grab and have handy.
This better not be a trash compactor again.
Yes, you collect the things that you feel that are about you and feel right to you. Yes.
We have to check these other boxes for possible survivors.
Forget them. We need to move on. What is this place?
As you move about and you're starting to jostle, some of the rectangles are sliding around, and you see the star in the light coming through start to open up as you're jostling about and slink down, and you start to see what appears to be a more consistent light coming out of the top.
This has to be the work of Mumra and the mutants.
Who is this Mumra you speak of? Is he in league with Skeletor?
I've not heard of this evil being, but I would not put it past him.
I try to start pulling at the hole, punching at the hole that I can't, try to get through that light.
Yeah. As you continue jostling your way around, the walls around you go slack.
Out of my way, fools.
A bright light is cascades all around you, and you're in a tremendously large room. What appears to you, the walls are maybe hundreds of feet tall, chairs and desks that the size of giants lay about. And you look around, and this is what you see as your companions emerge from the you realize a large red bag.
Bearded man, you're so tall.
12 inches.
Starscream, where are you? Anyone? Soundwave, shockwave. I'm left with fools and ninnies.
I believe the friends you speak of may be in the same place that my Thundercats are.
Cats. Cats are a puny animal.
I beg to differ. But I hold my sword up.
I am going to knock on the walls of the nearby packages and see if there's any activity inside. I'll call out. Hello? Are you in there?
Leave the fools. We've gotten out. They can't get out. They belong in that box.
But as you call out, hello, is anyone out there? You look and see two very large, gigantic pairs of shoes with curly ends to the toes, and two legs sticking out from being like scrunched over by one of the big sacks. And an elf kind of leans over. looks at his eyes, or his eyes focuses on you. They get really big. And he says, "Oh, hello. Well, I guess you've probably come to life for the story. Well, I guess." He coughs. The elves here at Santa's factory, well, we love to tell stories. I bet you didn't know that about the elves.
I don't really care about the elves.
Well, there's probably more about the elves in the North Pole that you should know. For you see, tonight is the eve of Yuletide, and well, some would call it the big show or the big dance, if you will. The day every elf aspires to be a part of. But as it happens, both Santa and Myra Claus have gone missing. And without their magic, well, we're basically, as the elves would say, totally elfing screwed.
Wait, in my encounters, I've run across another creature that uses terms like that, except instead of elfing, it was smurfing.
Oh, well, yes, we know much of the Smurfs and their Smurfisms, and I guess I'll leave you with this elfism. And he kind of like pulls down his vest that he's got, and you see a giant dagger-sized icicle embedded in his chest that has been melting. And as it kind of slides loose, he starts hemorrhaging. He goes, I guess I've been slayed."
Sorry.
And he kind of slumps backwards and fades.
Well, I was going to say somebody iced him, but I'm above puns.
And you are in the lobby area of a large, very, very, very large room, hundreds and hundreds of feet wide. As the elf collapses, you see, as he kind of gasps, he goes, "They're back." Let's see, where's my page? 4 ice sprites burst in from the windows up above. Oh, wait, they're there. And this is what they look like. So they're little ice creatures with fangs and bows about. And they are going to swing in and attack. So roll initiative.
You said there's 4 of them?
There are 4 of them. I wasn't really going to play battle maps tonight, just kind of throw it out there for the standing that you've got.
Yeah, sure.
Speed it along, because I think battle maps would add us an extra hour at least.
I will be going last because I rolled a 1.
It's been so long since we played D&D, I forgot how to do this.
Yeah.
That's a 10 for me.
Okay.
4 for Luke.
Okay.
22 for Joe.
Oh, nice.
And 15 for Lion-O.
All right. And what was Megatron?
Megatron was a 10.
10. Okay. I'm going to try to be better about initiative tonight. I know it's like the worst thing that I bring to the table. All right. So they are coming in screaming as they sense there's movement about. and they are going to fly towards you. But G.I. Joe, you are up. You see these demonic-looking ice demons.
I see a package of lawn darts nearby.
Yeah.
And I grab them and
They'd be quite large for your size.
Eh.
They'd be as tall as you, so it'd be like throwing a javelin with giant fins on the back, but I'll allow it.
Okay, well, a package of regular like dartboard darts, we'll say.
Yeah.
Because one of my weapons is dart, so that's how I would have it since it doesn't come in the package. I throw a dart at one of these creatures.
All right.
Or I try to. Does a 23 hit?
That it does.
6 piercing damage.
You cleave that one. Actually, not cleave. As the dart hits dead center of that sprite, it just bursts into shattered ice crystals and clinks upon the floor. Let's see. One of the other ones is going to swing in and attack Lionel. So it's going to fly in and use its frozen longsword at you for a 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. So it flies by, but keeps occupied on you. And Lionel, your turn.
Oh, seems that you missed me. And I hold up the Sword of Omens, and I take a vicious swipe upon this foul creature. And I get a 11.
11 will miss. It's quite nimble.
Just making sure, see if nope, I'm not high enough level to have anything like 2 attacks or any of that kind of stuff. So got that going for me, which is nice. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's
all right. Then that brings us to one more sprite is going to fly in. And that one's much higher. So that's a 17 to hit on Megatron.
Yeah, 7. It meets, it beats. That's a hit.
Dang, you got a 17 AC?
Well, yeah, I'm a metal dude.
Noted.
It's been so long since
plastic.
we played. Yeah, it's been so long since we played actual D&D. I forgot of like this whole initiative stuff.
I'm the original. I'm the original Megatron made out of metal.
Oh, okay, nice.
There you go. That's why I sent the old Lion-O pick and not the new fancy anime Lion-O action figure pick.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the damage? I don't know if you said.
Sorry. Yeah. Waiting on me. I never rolled it. The damage is 5 points of cold damage. 4 points of cold damage.
And how did they hit me? Was it a range attack or?
It was a longsword.
Okay.
Yep. But then that brings us to you, Megatron.
Well, Megatron apparently has used a mace in the past. So since he's all up in my face, I'm just going to use a mace up on his head.
All right. And these things aren't very big. You know, you guys aren't real big, but you get the sense these are also pretty justifiably sized.
Like, are they like the size of us or even smaller than us?
No, not smaller. They're probably 10 inches tall. So a little smaller than G.I. Joe.
How dare you strike the mighty Megatron? And then I hit him with this sweet mace for a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That is going to... Oh, that's not a die that has numbers. That's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay. That one also shatters into crystals and scatters about.
Ha! These things are nothing but weak.
Then we've got Luke.
Luke is going to pull out his blaster and fire off a flame bolt.
Okay.
So he's just casting it as a cantrip, but we're going to flavor it through the blaster.
Love it.
Oh, where'd it go? That is... Oh, yeah, that's like a 23 to hit.
Okay.
10 fire damage, max damage, too.
All right. So tell me how you obliterate this one.
So he pulls out the blaster, fires it right at one, and goes like, it's just like hitting those swamp rats back at home in the canyon.
As you crush this one, you hear a commotion over by a big assembly line, and you hear two elves, get back, get back, get back. And then you can't quite see the commotion, but there's packages and presents being thrown about, and you hear some grunting. And then the other two ice sprites are going to swing down and attack. One is going to attack He-Man. The other one is going to attack G.I. Joe.
I'm merely Prince Adam at this point, just a normal Prince of Eternia, minding my own business.
Yeah, I got it. All right, I'll rewrite your thing here. The first one at Prince Adam is a 17, and at G.I. Joe is a 14.
Oh, that hurts.
do you have two ACs?
I
two
do.
Different ACs.
Yes, I do.
I love that.
Is he gonna have to? Are you gonna have to disappear before He-Man makes an appearance?
Right.
That's right.
He misses Joe.
Okay. And you hear some more commotion over there.
I don't know if I heard the damage or if I got damage.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't roll yours. That is 4 points of cold damage. As it swings its ice dagger down on you. And you hear kind of more commotion over towards the conveyor belt, and you see two elves kind of fending back, and comes into your view. Frost goblins are pestering the two Kringle elves over by the conveyor belt. Help! These frost goblins look gigantic to you. In out of game terms, they're probably 3 feet tall, but to you, they're quite large. And that is over in this area. Over here, this is the area that you're at right now.
There seems to be an Autobot scheme to have shrunken us.
And we are back to the start. So
I have not fought yet.
Oh, that's right, Prince Adam. Oh, sorry, I took your thing down to rewrite it. I put it back.
That's all right, Prince. I think I could make short work of one of these sprites if necessary. I got a 18 to hit with a sword that I carry, and I did 10 points of damage with my greatsword.
Yeah,
okay.
We're just gonna be stuck with Prince Adam. So lame.
I mean, if he's hitting 10 points of damage each time, I'm all right with that.
I mean, that is true. Yeah, that's fair.
And you cleave this one in twain as it explodes into more ice crystals. That leaves one left, and you hear more commotion over towards the conveyor belt. That brings us now back.
Military guy, take care of this last sprite, and then we could go see what those creatures are doing over there.
Someone thinks they're leader.
Well, I am royalty.
I don't care.
Well, is it like within range, or is it still flitting about?
Yeah, they came down. They're all within range.
All right, well,
the remaining rather is in range.
Then, as I hope they're like towards the conveyor belt, so we can start to move the action that way, and I will gladly rip this guy to shreds, and I'll use my kung fu grip. which is still an unarmed strike. So main attack is 8, which I assume misses.
8 will miss.
But my
Dodges out
bonus unarmed strike is oh shit, that was another 8. This is a slippery little bastard. He's made of ice, get it? No.
G.I. Joe looks down and he's still got the binding straps that kept him in his packaging.
Does anyone have like scissors to cut these wires? They're impossible.
I'll blow them off of you with my cannon.
Lionel, you were up.
So we're over nearby them, I assume. Yes.
You're still kind of in the entrance area by the lobby over here.
Okay.
And you're starting to see commotion of 2 elves getting pestered by 2 frost goblins.
All right.
There's one more ice sprite next to you guys.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish that ice sprite off first, hopefully, or at least try to. Say, we have to go help them over there. It just feels like the right thing to do. And I run towards the sprite and try to use my sword on it and take a sword swing, and I miss. And I look at, I'm like shaking. I'm shaking the sword, and looking at it, like pulling it up, looking at it. Sword of Omens, shaking it, and then that's the end of my turn.
That brings us to Megatron.
Oh yeah, so like we're done with these ice sprites that are near us, right?
There's one left.
Oh, there's one left?
It's pretty squirrely. You guys haven't been able to hit it.
I keep missing.
You fools can't hit nothing, and I'll hit it with a mace.
All right.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
5 damage. You're right.
Oh.
That's right.
That's exactly it. So that one is also
Must I do everything around here?
obliterated. You see these 2 frost goblins kind of get a hold of the Kringle elves and start giving them chomps and bites and scratches. Help! Help! Is there anybody out there? Help! And you are still in initiative, but you've got a pretty far way to run. So if all of your characters are going to use your movement speed to get over there or anything special to try to get over probably 100 feet, I'll just call that a round unless anybody had something different that they wanted to do.
I could throw a javelin 120 feet with disadvantage.
Okay.
So I'd like to start running that way and then throw the javelin at one of these guys.
Okay.
I need to make sure that I see what that is. With disadvantage, I got a 14 to hit.
14. It does hit. It hits quite square, but the javelin that you're throwing is about the size of a toothpick. You see it sticks into the side of this frost goblin, and it looks down. It's like
I say
and notices there are things scrambling upon the floor.
I say, Army man, you may shoot me. And then I take this moment and I transform into a gun. But unfortunately, I'm exactly the same size as I was before. So despite the fact that like I turned into like a handgun, I'm too big to wield.
Yeah.
Very well. You've requested assistance.
There's no difference in size between me as a robot and me as a gun.
You've transformed most of the way, and after I got the bindings off my feet, I'm trying to figure out how this works, how the parts articulate, and with my intelligence of 8, I'm not sure how it finally clicks into your final form. So I don't think I can really help you with that. Well, I'll roll anyway. What would that be? How about an insight?
And you're trying to assist Prince Adam?
Yes. No, I'm trying to assist Megatron as he first time out of the package tries to transform into a gun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm transformed. I'm just like laying on the floor, but I'm just a giant gun comparatively.
I got a crit on insight, so I can actually figure out what it is I need to do to fire the gun.
So G.I. Joe obviously has
this is not your. That's not your wig. Your wiener. That's not your penis. Let him pull it on.
Just touch it, man. We're all in the army. Don't worry about what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So G.I. Joe does.
I give him a tug. I give him a tug, but I avert my eyes.
Going for that explicit label,
right? Get that E on there.
Yeah.
I mark them all that way anyway. It's fine.
You never know. You never know. We're going to get awful.
With G.I. Joe's high insight check and the uncomfortable motion, he is able to aim the what is now, I guess, an artillery cannon towards the area of Cross Goblin.
Now watch me explode.
Oh God!
So that's a 12 to hit with the laser pistol.
Okay.
We'll call it. So here's the thing. So like, I created this character with the new rules because that was in D&D Beyond. Like a laser, I used laser pistol and laser rifle. Both of those were in there. But they're like 3d6 plus 1. I don't know if that's too much for you. Or what do you want to do with that?
3d6 plus 1. Well, yeah. Okay, but you're saying you can't operate it yourself.
Well, I mean, he does, like, Megatron has a thing on his arm, but I've turned into a gun, so I don't know. Yeah. I figured there's a laser pistol and laser rifle, maybe as the transformed on the rifle, but like regularly I'd be a pistol. I don't know how you want to do this.
Well, we'll say if you deploy into that mode and you get an assistance, I'll give you full damage.
All right, then I will roll the 3d6 plus 1.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 9 points of damage as I blast away.
9 points of damage. So you fire this. You guys coordinate this tremendous.
My movement is 0 as a gun.
Yeah. And you do successfully. Oh, it hit, right? Like did it have an attack? You rolled a hit.
Sorry, I got a 12 to hit. I don't know if that was a hit or not.
Well, okay. Well, then we'll say this. It's such a gigantic target that it was easy to hit. However, it's so big, it looks back, and you do see that you've nicked its shin, and you see a trickle of blood come down, and it starts stomping around. And
press the attack!
Signals to the other goblin. And one of the Kringle elves sees the commotion of you guys, and he goes, "Oh, Santa's balls! Thank God you're here!" He goes, wait! You guys are really small! Get it! Quick! Get in the rebigulator!" And he kind of goes up and grabs a lever, and you see the conveyor belt turns on, and a bunch of lights starts blinking and going about, and there's a conveyor belt there with like laser beams shooting out of it. Hurry up! You're not going to be able to do anything that small.
Lionel books it and just goes right. It's like, you got it, and runs with sword in hand.
Yeah,
to get on the belt.
That was Megatron. Now we'll do. We're at Luke here.
How high up is the belt?
The belt, you're going to have to use your movement to get up on it. We'll say that.
Well, what Luke wants to do is he wants to charge at it, and while he's doing that, he's going to cast jump on himself to triple his jump height, and try to just from the ground force jump all the way up onto the belt here, doing a flip.
But
Yeah.
did 1979 Luke Skywalker have that capability yet?
Wow.
We will say it. He did, because it's awesome.
just saying.
Yeah. So with that, lean into your character's abilities. We'll certainly say that you're able to sprint the distance, vault and flip, and land on this conveyor belt that's moving at a quick pace. When you're up there, you see a small chamber that's emanating kind of an electric light and zapping down on the conveyor belt, which looks about, if you gauged it right, about 6 seconds away. And the frost goblins are starting to notice the commotion and draw their attention to you and leave the Kringle elves. So that was Luke. And then we've got Prince Adam.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get closer to them since my javelin didn't do any damage. But staying behind somebody, because Prince Adam is still a little bit cowardly.
All right.
But getting as close as I can so that I could take action next turn.
Okay, so I guess we'll say you delay your action and take the spot in the rear.
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
Because now we'll go to the top of the order with. Oh no, we actually won't. Before we get to the top of the order, which we are now, but the frost goblin that was hit with the cannon starts running down, and it is going to swing down its scimitar at G.I. Joe, Lionel, and Megatron. And ooh boy, that was a 14 to hit as this giant blade comes whoosh down.
Once again, that misses.
That's a miss
We
on the
shouldn't have-
Megatron.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have all stood in a row.
Tactical genius, Joe.
And Lionel?
So I think just at this point running to get on the belt, right?
No, what did I say that was? A 15? 14.
Oh, a 15? Oh, sorry, I missed that part. My bad.
Wait,
Yeah,
was
that's a
that
hit.
Okay. That's a hit. Oh, that's unfortunate. So as the other two are able to skirt the scimitar, Lionel is hit full blast in the chest with this giant metal blade and take 7 points of, it's so big we're going to call it bludgeoning damage.
Oh, the pain.
Yeah.
The pain is so great.
Knock it off. You got 8 more of those.
But the tremendous blade is hit you with such a force that it actually knocks you over towards the conveyor belt.
Well, that's good.
Yes. And it is actually your turn. No, wait. Did we do G.I. Joe? No, G.I. Joe. Yeah, top of the order now.
Megatron, you owe me dinner. And then I'm going to take my dash action towards the Embiggenator or Rebiggenator, whatever it was.
Yep.
I have a 40-foot walking speed. So that would be, how far away is it?
We said it would take a turn to get over to the conveyor
All right.
belt and kind of.
That I'm 80 feet toward it.
Okay. So we'll put you at the start of the conveyor belt while Luke's a little ahead of you. But you still have to climb up it. And now we are to Lionel. Lionel, you're at the base of the conveyor belt. Luke is up above.
I'm going to leap into the air to get myself onto this belt.
Okay. I'll give you, if you want to spend an athletics check, I'll let you do that as your bonus action and try to run further.
How about acrobatics?
Yeah. He seems like
Is that okay? All right.
Doing all kinds of flips.
15.
All right. So with that ease, you kind of backflip up onto the conveyor belt and you still have a good amount of movement. If you'd like, you can try to run towards the Revigulator.
I would like to be rebiggened, yes.
Yeah.
Or biggened, actually, because I don't think I've ever been biggened.
And so Lionel does run through, slides through. You see an electric shock, and he starts blinking and growing and growing and growing. And then that'll bring us to the other frost goblin, who now notices all the commotion and is going to run up to the conveyor belt with his 2 fists and try to swing down on the belt and try to hit Luke and no, there's only one up there. So just try to hit Luke with a, 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, there's no way I'm avoiding that.
Yeah. So as he kind of pounds his fist down and the whole conveyor belt shakes, you take 4 points of damage and make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's still bad. 8, I think.
Oh, you're trying to beat a 12.
Yeah, that was never happening.
As he slams down on the conveyor belt, you go popping way up into the air and come back down right on the edge, and you're hanging down on the side of the conveyor belt, just barely grasping on. And that'll bring us to Megatron, and we'll say you're back in your upright.
Oh, great! So yeah, transform, and then I run to the imbigulator.
We'll say you can get to the conveyor belt.
All right, works for me.
Okay.
I crawl up on the Megatron needs to be big.
And we are to Luke. You're hanging onto the side of the conveyor belt.
Luke's going to try to pull himself back up onto the conveyor belt. And then I think from there, just try to make it towards the imbigulator, but probably can't make it all the way there because of the...
No, I'd say you were pretty far forward. So
okay.
Because of your leap at the beginning. So we'll say that you can make it through this turn.
All right. Yeah. I'll make it into the imbigulator, but that'll be about all.
Yeah. As you go through, as Lionel went through, you saw like charges of white crackling lightning hit through. As you go through, you kind of see these faint blue wispy particles absorb into you as you slide through, and you start growing dramatically in size. And then we are to the other frost goblin, the one that's been shot once, and now he's pretty mad and going to look down and see Prince Adam standing back there in the back.
Oh no!
And stomp over towards him and try to give him a kick. For 13.
13 does not hit.
Oh boy.
Does he kick me into the imbiginator? Because that would be cool.
He was going to give you a punt. So his giant frost goblin foot goes whooshing by you as you're able to cower off to the side. And you get the sense too that they're so large that if you were able to get away from them, it wouldn't really provoke an immediate attack because they're having a hard time seeing you.
Got it.
And then we are back to G.I. Joe, who's at the bottom of the conveyor belt.
I thought, is Joe at the top of the order or at the bottom?
Top.
So I guess my action would be as close to the imbiginator as I could get.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's okay.
We just played you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, all right. So you do have your action. And
so after
we're pretty much there, so you can climb up.
Yeah. So after he tries to kick me, I climb as close and try to get into the imbiginator.
Okay. So you climb up, and you're currently in the last position on the conveyor belt.
Okay.
That brings us to G.I. Joe, who is at the base of the conveyor belt there. Actually, it's back.
Yeah, since acrobatics is an option, I will use that to flip myself up onto the 15. I think you said it was a 12 difficulty.
To get up there?
Yeah.
No, we did it free to get up. He was doing a dex check to get rumbled off of it.
Okay. Well,
So-
I then climb however much of my 40 feet movement it takes to get up to the top.
With your acrobatics. Oh wait, you're right. I'm sorry. We did do that. If you could roll your acrobatics. I'm sorry.
That was 15.
All right. So with your kung fu grip, you're able to wrestle your way up the truck.
Just like the monkey bars at school.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. And you're up there with your full movement, so you can try to get through if you want.
I will use 40 feet to try to get through. And if I do, it's less than 40 feet, I assume.
We'll say that's your turn to get through it. And
well, when I get big again, I check and I say, still 12 inches.
As you pass through, you get the sense where you get better feel of your appendages. Things are feeling right. They're feeling more natural as you're growing in size. And the goblin that's by the conveyor belt is going to look down and see Megatron and Prince Adam on the conveyor belt and swing down its two fists. Megatron is a 22, and Prince Adam, man, he can't hit you in your cowardly form as 7.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a hit.
All right, so giant fist comes down on you. Ooh, for 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And make a dex save.
All right, 9 points of damage taken. Dex save. It's a 6.
So you are rumbled also to the side of the conveyor belt, and you just managed to kind of get one of your gun arm kind of stuck underneath one of the gears. It's sitting there crunching apart, or not crunching, but like you hear it like kind of grinding a little bit. And that brings us to Prince Adam went, right? And then the Frost Goblin. So we are back to G.I. Joe.
All embiggened on the other side. I will.
We're now like 6'2".
I will totally just whomp on this goblin who's harassing the toys at the beginning of the conveyor belt.
You see, all of a sudden they're feeling a lot less emboldened and terrified. But yes, give them an attack.
Does a 10 hit? I'm rolling.
Does not hit. Even in their terrified state, they still look pretty nimble.
Okay. My second flurry of blows is 16 to hit.
That will hit.
That's only 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You give it a wallop. It's still snarling back at you.
Features and trace. I am going to spend a key to which one is knocking him over. I think that's a dex check. I'm trying to figure out what the DC is.
Or like trip him or something.
Right. When I hit him, I wanted to like knock him over. So it's typically, I don't see it here on my sheet yet. We'll just guess it's 12 since I'm 3rd level. I think that's a dex save of 12 or better.
Dex save of 12. Oh no, he stays on his feet.
All right. That would be the end of my turn.
And so the one on the right, which is further back on the conveyor belt now, looks down and Nope, he's not going to look at the toys anymore. He's going to see the threat that is emerging on the other side and hop over the conveyor belt over towards the rebigulator and take a scimitar swing at Luke, you're one of the 3 large ones down there, right?
Yeah, or in the process of getting large, yeah.
Yeah. It's like kind of to the next turn now. So you feel yourself have grown, but you haven't gone yet. And it's going to swing with a 7 to hit. No,
yeah, that's a miss.
9 to hit, but I'm assuming the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to Lionel.
So Lion-O is out of the what is it? Embiginator?
Rebigulator. Yeah. And you are now the size that you feel is appropriate to you.
Yeah, and so Megatron is the one that's getting beat up, right?
Megatron is kind of stuck in the conveyor belt on the gears.
I have taken some hits.
I'm going to go release. I'm going to go try to free Megatron because he's going to be small, right? Like I'm big. He's not big yet, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'd like to run over and try to like free him from the gears.
Okay. The goblin's right there, but yeah, I'll let you kind of wedge your way in if you want to engage the goblin and do that as your action.
Allow me to help you, small metal person. And
I don't like your patronizing.
Well, you're small. Look at you. I'm much larger now. Don't worry, we'll get you in the machine, and then I'm sure you'll be bigger, and you'll feel better about yourself. Do you want a what sort of role should I do to try to help get him out of here?
That would be, let's see, sleight of hand. Throw that out there.
Okay, let's do that. Sure. I got an 11.
11. I'll let you kind of get him out, and as you pull him free of the gear, because it was not that great of a roll.
Yeah.
Megatron's one of his decals like scrapes off the back.
Yeah, you damn fool! How will they know I'm a Decepticon now?
You have another one of those over here, and I point somewhere else on your
Stop
body.
Stop looking there.
That I probably shouldn't point to. That's great.
I believe that one was misplaced.
And from where I come from, we say you're welcome when someone does something nice.
La-di-da.
Or you know.
Right into Megatron's turn. So you're in
his... Joe's so bitter.
When we take over Cybertron, there will be a special place for you, Lionel.
So unless... I'm not sure how Lionel was finishing this, but Megatron is currently in Lionel's hands.
Oh, yeah. So I'm holding him like this.
Ooh, well, in that case, I would love to transform. You could shoot me.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
then that'll be actually a normal size gun in your hand.
If that's a thing, can we do that? Is that a thing?
Sure.
Okay, so he transforms.
Right away, Lion-O.
Say, do I just do what the soldier did?
Pull the trigger, you fool!
Yeah.
And then suddenly for a second you see Lion-O step back, and he does the thing out of like the really shitty like 90s hip hop gangster movies, and turns the gun sideways and goes to shoot at the other what is it a gnome, a frost gnome or something?
Goblin. Yeah.
Frost goblin. Yeah, I shoot at him.
This is improper gun handling, and it's an 8 to hit, so that's
no. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
You fool.
I've missed every hit, so it's wonderfully poetic that you missed because you're in my hand. That's great. That's great. And I drop Megatron as I realize it didn't work.
I curse under my breath as I realize I should have made it to the Embigulator.
Yeah. So you clatter down onto the conveyor belt, and that brings us to Luke.
Luke is going to start his blade song as he fires up his lightsaber here and starts hacking away at the little ice goblin in front of him.
Yeah, as the flashing, glowing sword appears, the goblin looks absolutely terrified. It says the other one. And go ahead.
Makes lightsaber sounds. That is an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 6 damage.
Okay. Were you attacking the one that was like over by Big Lionel or the one that hasn't been engaged yet?
There was one that was that hit me. He was over by the
yeah, that would have been this one that hasn't been touched yet.
Yeah, so it must have been him. I do use green flame blade here. Is the other one within how many feet of me? I think it's just 5 feet.
I'll say they're a little more than 5 feet.
Okay, then nothing will happen.
Okay.
Yeah, he's more than 5 feet away. Nothing happens.
Okay, but the first one, it took some damage.
Yeah, took that 6 damage as I hit him with
6. Thank you. All right.
The blue flame blade. Pale
And
blue flame blade.
as it looks pretty hurt right off the bat, and it now sees that people are growing and enemies are appearing. It's going to use it's turn, so it's going to try to nimble escape as a bonus action. So it's going to slink away from you and start running. So actually, I didn't need to roll that, but it was high. So it disengages and starts just booking it towards the door. And that's its turn. I'll see you, buddy. Good luck. And that brings us to Prince Adam. Who is
I would like to get through the Embiggenator this turn if I can.
Yeah. So you sprint all the way down. You go through, and this time a purple crackling energy emanates. Or no, wait, is it? I forget what He-Man's like lightning energy absorption is. But anyways, this is what comes down from the Embiggenator. And you feel yourself growing throughout this next turn.
What odd feeling. This is getting bigger in ways I wasn't expecting.
And the last goblin over there, who is right next to Lionel, is going to try to take a poke at him and fail miserably, and use his bonus action to disengage and start running away too. And they are towards the door. You feel like next turn they'll be out into the wintry cold. That brings us to G.I. Joe, who's big.
Is the ice goblin still there at the conveyor belt, or is he dead?
They're both alive and hurt, and they're probably 40 feet away.
I can go 40 feet. So step 1, go 40 feet, do like a flying kick at the one that who was at the beginning of the conveyor belt last time.
Okay.
For my action, unarmed strike. That was 18 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
For 8 bludgeoning damage.
That is one more than you needed. So
okay.
As this one by the conveyor belt kind of just slides to a slump over
is
by the door.
The other guy like within 5 feet that I could reasonably hit him with my bonus action, or is he further?
They were pretty close.
And I'm going to try a follow up and hit the other guy.
Okay.
Spin kick, 13 to hit.
13 will miss. And he's looking to escape.
Well, he's already like short. I was kicking towards his head and just ducked a little bit. It looked good though.
Reaccustomed to your large size. Lionel is up. So Megatron's on the belt. Everybody else is big, and the last Frost Goblin looks like it's going to escape.
How far away am I from the Frost Goblin?
Within, I would say, 30, 40 feet.
Okay. I grab, as I start to take off running towards the goblin, would it cost me an action if I grab Megatron?
No, you can pick up Megatron.
Oh, so now you two are best friends.
So yeah. So
as he's moving towards the conveyor belt, towards the rebigulator.
So he's moving towards the rebigulator. I run to the belt and I grab Megatron. So he's tiny, and I hold on to him.
No, be big, no!
Like under my arm. And I run towards the other goblin.
Invigulator, you fools!
And I say in a moment, and I'm going to, let's see, okay. Where is it? I'm going to channel. I'm taking my Sword of Omens. I'm going to channel Divinity on it. So that it is, I'm imbuing this weapon with positive energy. And I can have it deal, radiant damage is what I can have it do. So that's how I'm going to play that.
Okay.
So I'm going to run into do an attack. That's what I'm talking about. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Can you do enough damage?
Let's see. Where is... Do we know what is this? What is the damage of a sword? Is it 1d8? I think it's 1d8, right?
Long sword's 1d8, I think. Short sword is 1d6, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be... That's for 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh. So you cut him in pretty deep. He is still standing and frantically kind of trying to open the door and get out.
And as he's like, but in my other hand, I'm like shaking Megatron, like, turn into the gun thing again.
It is Megatron's turn.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm assuming that like my movement action is like the transform action. So I transform and I'm like, pull the trigger, you fool! And then I shoot. 17 to hit.
All right. I'm assuming you're going to do 2 damage.
Yeah. Well, I do. I do get 2 damage.
All right.
At least.
So the two of you fire off this cannon-like blast right into the goblin's back as it slunks down. And
we did it, Megatron.
You fool! I'm the one who shot. You are nothing, Lion-O. Now throw me into the invigulator.
I will. I aimed you, and I throw him on the floor. And I walk away.
Oh my gosh!
You should have tucked him into your waistband.
You hear me. Some of you can hear me mutter like I'm damn near a king where I come from. This is ridiculous.
Give me it to us. Put me in the soldier's hand, if anything, but make me big. As I walk over to the invigulator.
Like this tiny Megatron walking over all mad. Great.
Y'all are worse than Starscream.
And as Megatron goes through and starts to grow, you see the 2 elves that were cowering the entire fight behind the boxes.
Thank you so much for showing up. Oh, they surely would have had us. I don't know what to make out. You're here. I mean, we just built you guys last week, but there's something about the mysterious energy that's going about. Must have brought you back to life, or to life, to start with.
What do you mean? I've been alive. I'm Lion-O of the Thundercats.
Well, sure you are. I mean, if that's what you want to think, we clipped you together last week, but yeah, you guys, you're alive now. I guess that's all that matters.
I'm not
really
buying
gonna
it.
need your help.
I'm not buying it without a void comp test. I have all these memories of boot camp and combat training.
It matters not. Show me what's the quickest space shuttle to Cybertron, and I'll be on my way.
I've been alive for a long time. I've had at least 130 adventures, one movie, and one Christmas special besides this one.
Well, we could really use you for another Christmas special because Santa and Myra, they've gone missing. And if we don't get them back, there'll be no more Christmas specials for anybody ever.
We can't have that. Even on Eternia, we have Christmas.
There's Christmas everywhere.
Not on Cybertron if I have my way.
I don't know. My Christmas special didn't turn out all that great.
What was that? Wookiee Life Day?
I think it was a Life Day festival.
Yeah, life.
It matters.
Festivus, Yuletide, it's all the same. If we don't have this spirit, darkness will befall upon the world.
I will take this spirit as my own. Show me where it is.
How do we find where do you think this Myrna and Santa Claus are? Are there any clues?
Yeah.
We probably should have kept one of those goblins alive.
Oh, we were here. We saw the whole thing happen. Eldara, the Christmas witch, she kidnapped Santa. She said she was always supposed to be the rightful heir. And she's drug him down into the basement of the factory behind his workshop. If you can free him, then he'll still have enough time to make the presents deliver across all the worlds. But you've got to hurry, because once the clock strikes midnight, if she has Santa's staff, then she'll become the new Claus. You've got to help.
What are you waiting for? Take us to him.
Buddy, look at my leg. I'm not going anywhere. I don't see any candy cane splints. You guys are all alone. There's got to be a reason why you were brought to, life or whatever it is that you are. But if you can help us bring back Santa, well, everything will be right, and we can get you back to the worlds that you came from and live all your days.
I don't know how many times I have to say that I've been alive. I think you're the one who's a little bit crazy.
Yes, since we've all been alive this whole time, we have no idea where this workshop we were made in is. So, is it at least point us in the direction?
It's through the kitchen. You got to go through the kitchen.
Right.
Then to candy storage. Then down the stairs. Then into the workshop. And he points you kind of towards the south. He goes,
we're at the North Pole. Everywhere is south.
Yeah, that's a funny point.
I'm sure there's signs everywhere, but I don't read Elvish. I only read Giant.
Well, it's Elvish South, and he points to the left, and he means to the.
Okay.
And so he does instruct you that if you can go through the kitchen and candy storage, you'll find a staircase and take you down to the lower
level of the factory.
You gotta hurry.
And I'm gonna take a quick break.
The faster we get out of this nonsense, the better.
If only Snarf were here.
Wait, is that
I was thinking Battle Cat.
What is this battle cat you speak of?
It is a cat that can be rode into battle. I thought that was pretty evident.
You have a cat that you can ride into battle? Wouldn't you break it? Wouldn't you break its back?
I have a cat named Cringer, but I know of someone who has a cat named Battle Cat. He and I are not anywhere alike or anything alike.
Yeah,
He's my friend.
Too bad he wasn't in that bag of toys like you were.
All I
Maybe
have
we
is Starscream, who's a moron.
I feel bad for this Starscream.
You shouldn't. He's a fool. All you should feel is pity for his dumbness, his incompetence. He wants to take over the Decepticons. He is a fool.
Then why does he still work for you?
That is a very good question, of which I do not have an answer for right this
I
minute.
suspect it's the excellent health plan.
Well, if you're a robot, you probably don't need much of a health plan, right?
I am more than a robot. I am a Decepticon.
Is that
I am a robot in disguise.
Oh man.
I think the health plan is after 4 oil changes, the 5th one's free.
So how is it exactly? All of us seem to be rather heroic in different ways, and we have this princely lad with us for some strange reason.
He is another mortal fool like the rest of you.
I beg to differ. I am not even human. I am cat. I'm a cat person.
I've already discussed my feelings upon cats.
Are you're probably like so out of game like size wise you're probably the biggest. It's you and G.I. Joe are probably close in size, right? But then everybody else is kind of smaller.
Maybe in terms of height, but in terms of width, I think I'm pretty big.
Oh, you could easily carry 3 or 4 snarfs on that backside there.
Unfortunately, he cannot bend his elbows. Neither can this young Luke here.
What are elbows?
And what is that stick thing just comes out of your hand? That has to be painful.
It's just attached right here. Yeah, it telescopes a little bit.
I don't know that you want to share that out in the publicly like that. So where is this place we got to go?
Yeah. All right. So he told you, he pointed to the south and said to go through the kitchen. And as you walk towards the doors that are open, you see a large room there. Cakes and pies smashed everywhere. Someone did not like what was being prepared for dinner, apparently. The floors are just coated in a thick sugar, and melted candies are dripping everywhere. And as you walk in, the floor seems very, very sticky. But you're trying to make your way through the kitchen and over to the candy storage area. And you do see, luckily, the elves are very efficient in their wayfinding, and you do see over to the far end of the room. There's a sign above, spelled in candy canes, that says candy storage.
I guess that's where we have to go.
Then let's move on.
Prince Adam, you've been sitting back this whole time. Why don't you take point on this?
Sure. I could maybe peek around corners.
Why are these floors so
never mind.
sticky?
I guess Megatron is here. Just kidding.
I do have a.
I blame that on Prince Adam myself.
Way now.
As you're walking forward with Prince Adam taking point, and now everyone's in the room, you do realize that as you keep walking through this sticky mess of melted candy everywhere, that your feet are starting to stick to the ground. And you're having to pull them up as you go. Someone make, let's see. Prince Adam, you're first. Make me a perception check.
Yep. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh, you see, with a nat 20, you see a little, you focus your eyes really quickly up towards a very tall shelf, and you see a small, non-moving elf, but not an elf like you saw out there, not a living elf, but just a little red fabric elf with a creepy gaze as it's sitting motionless up on the shelf.
I whisper to whoever's right behind me, do you see that elf on the shelf?
That elf on the shelf is probably the one who made this floor so sticky. He looks rather troublesome.
What does one do with an elf on the shelf?
Perhaps
I should take him and move him somewhere else.
As you move closer,
perhaps I should shoot him.
That would move him for sure.
Okay, what are you doing?
Unless Megatron's going to blow off my hand, I will pick up the elf on the shelf.
Okay. As you get close, so you get up there and you climb up the cabinet a little bit, and right as you pick up the elf, you notice in his hand is a string, and it springs to life and pulls the string, and you hear a pop, 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 and all of the
this can't be
kegs are lining the shelves up at the top that are holding hot cocoa start to crack open, and a flood of hot cocoa has hit the floor. And anyone who's on the floor, which is, I'm assuming, everyone other than Prince Adam, make a dex or strength save.
Well,
as this flood of molten.
Thanks, Adam.
What a fool!
Son.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, I rolled an 11, which I assume is bad.
But slightly bad.
But there is a new ruling in this 2024 D&D game. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Oh, he's breaking out the new stuff.
Wow, yeah.
This is
great.
This is what
in one shot.
Basically, I think it says you could use. Let me find it. Go ahead, and everybody else do their thing.
Okay.
Well, maybe I want to copy what you're doing.
Well, maybe you want to, huh? All right. So it says instead of, hold on, here we go. Here, no. Maybe I'm making stuff up. I don't know.
Yeah, Luke got a 4. He's not using the Force right now. Totally unaware. This is going to catch him completely off guard, and the dog has to go out.
I swear I saw this like a minute ago. And by a minute, I mean like half an hour ago.
Did you see it on the line or in a book?
No, well, like in the D&D Beyond app.
Gotcha.
And I created Megatron with the 2024 rules.
Gotcha. I got a 10, by the way.
That's Luke. Lionel, not doing so well.
G.I. Joe got a 7.
Okay.
I used the 2014 rules.
All right, so here it's called Tactical Mind. When I fail an ability check, which, well, I guess this is an ability check. Never mind. I'll just take the failed thing.
All right.
Well, what did it say though? Finish the thing.
So if you fail an ability check, you can expend a use of second wind and roll a d10 and add that to the ability check.
Oh, nice.
So there's some class specific.
Yeah, this is for, I'm assuming for fighter, but because it was a saving throw, I guess it doesn't count. So there you go, people at home. That's your new rule, 2024 ruling for you. It matters not.
Yeah, out of game, I was creating this monk, and I noticed it got to the point where it said I would use my monk die for a certain ability, and I said, "What?
A monk die?
I don't even know what that is." So I went back and did the 2014 rules. I'm not ready, is what I'm saying.
I don't. We fear change.
I need an adult. I'm not ready.
You know, I understand key. I don't understand this monk die.
Like DYE, like you can change colors or something.
KI.
DIE, like
DIE.
you can either die or like spend the monk die and live or something.
Well, let's hope that plastic doesn't melt you and you will die here. So
anyways, so I got a 9, so that's a fail.
Yeah, you guys were looking to beat a 12.
God damn it.
All 4 of you failed, and you will each take 5 points of damage as the molten hot cocoa pools around you and makes your feet really sticky. And let's see.
Well, that doesn't kill me. It just Cronenbergs me a little bit.
Right.
That's great.
And the 4 of you do have slightly askew plastic now because the hot liquid has you're right, hit the nail on the head there, kind of deformed you a bit. So I'll let you just play that however you want.
Adam, look at what you've done.
Yes, but I've gotten rid of the sticky substance that was on the floor. It should be easier to walk across now.
And as you...
It burns us, you fool!
Get closer, you do see the cookie storage area there.
Megatron, I'm starting to see where you're coming from.
Everyone is a fool.
So we need to head towards the other section there, yeah?
Yeah. So over in the candy storage area, you see a large room that would have been normally filled with all kinds of sweets and snacks, but it looks like a brazen fire has gone through here. Maybe that's what melted all the candy in the kitchen and made the floor sticky. But we've got just everywhere you're seeing blackened cupcakes, charred cookies, melted candy canes, popcorn balls burnt to a crisp. And the only thing that you see that may have survived the fire is a cookie tin of small sugar cookies that looks singed, but is still intact. So.
Stupid early warning elf.
Right. Yeah, so you see down here in this area, you do see a small tin of cookies.
Yeah, I want to eat a cookie. I want to.
I got yelled at last time I opened something, so you go ahead, Lino.
No,
I think I will. I'm rather famished.
There'll be nothing but buttons in that tin.
and spools of thread.
Spools of thread and buttons.
Yeah, so I
cropped that out, but yes, you reach to open the tin of cookies,
and it's a mimic.
Oh, buddy, if I'm DMing, you know it's a mimic.
There's got to be a mimic.
There's always a mimic, and there's a barbarian who's making out with it. So there's like a little space here.
Right.
Little privacy, please.
out springs out a mimic, and it just chomps at your hand. It takes a surprise attack at Lionel. Oh boy, for 22 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Crunches down on your plasticky arm. I'm sorry, wait. Did I say 22? I'm sorry. 22 to hit.
Okay.
On Lionel.
Because I'm
like,
pretty
holy
sure he's
shit,
only
that's a
got
lot of
22
damage.
choice.
Got too excited about the high roll.
Like,
Yes,
bro is dead.
22 is a hit.
Mrs. Claus,
yeah.
why?
And you are now, you take 6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
As it, and it also has you grappled.
Lionel is looking a little bit rough here. You said 5 or 6?
I mean, we don't have any healers, do we?
No.
Nobody wants a healer action figure.
Chad, did you say 5 or 6 points?
6 points. I'm sorry. 6 points.
Shit.
It's too bad we don't have medical doctor Barbie with us.
If
I was
Chitara was here, she could help me. This is
My Hawkeye.
awful.
Where's my Hawkeye Pierce action figure?
This
Little
is-
meatball surgery.
This is awful.
Yeah.
Lifeline, maybe, from G.I. Joe line.
Ooh,
Doc.
deep cut.
And just so I know, a few of you are bloodied, right?
No.
I would say
Maybe.
I am, yes.
You're metal. You don't bleed.
Right.
Well, you know,
So to speak.
I'm getting rusty.
There you go.
So it's got, and it's like latched onto me.
Yeah, it's latched onto you, and it looks like
Yeah.
it's gonna start chomping.
Somebody help me! Somebody help me!
Yep. G.I. Joe, you're up.
I suddenly don't have an appetite for cookies. Okay, I will
I knew there were no cookies in there.
use my Kung Fu grip to just for flavor here, try to pull Lionel out of the jaws of death while I use my the hot cocoa melted my plastic boots to my feet, but I'm going to use them to stomp on this creature anyway. So the 14 hit.
14 is going to hit, yes.
Okay. That's 9 bludgeoning damage. I'm going to spend another key point to Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And if I hit with one of them, I'm going to... Oh, the first one is 22 for
All right.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. Flurry of Blows is like 2, I think, and regular unarmed strike is 1. Ooh, 24 to hit for...
Wow.
Jeez.
That's well worth the key point. 8. And he can, again, what was it? Strength. I'm trying to, with that, kick the mimic back 15 feet. It's a DC 13 strength save.
Hold on, Lionel.
Oh, I got him with my, I'm holding him with my Kung Fu grip, and I was kicking it.
Lionel's
You're trying to kick it
arm
off
gets
of
ripped
him.
right off.
Okay.
Yeah, his leg comes off.
No.
What was the last to hit?
The last to hit was 24.
Oh, okay.
But you need strength save DC 13, or you get kicked back 15 feet.
All right. So it's got a hell of a grip on Lionel here. Oh, okay. So, well, it's 20.
Oh, well, he doesn't go anywhere. I don't know if the same counts for Lionel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lionel, make a Constitution saving
Oh,
throw.
come on, man. Okay. Con save. I got a 15.
Oh, okay. So you feel the plastic joint of your shoulder there get stressed really hard, but somehow your arm seems to stay in its socket. That brings us to you, Lionel.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
this thing got quite dented, a lot more dented than I expected coming into the.
But it's still great. It's still holding on to me though.
Oh yeah, it's still.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start bashing on it with my sword of omens.
Okay.
And all right, that's what I'm talking about. I got a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is for a total of 5 damage.
Okay. It's looking pretty banged up. The lid is kind of pried open a little bit. I'll say its grip is softening on you, but it's still attached.
I say, somebody, Megatron, shoot this thing off of me.
And it is Megatron's turn.
Well, before I do that, I would use a second wind because I need some health points here. I'm getting beat up because of that hot chocolate. I get 6 hit points from the old second wind. Let me just check that on my box for me. And then is a second wind that's not an action, is it? I can't tell.
I think it's a bonus, isn't it?
It's a bonus action.
This is a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that, and I will shoot it.
Wait. Is it a bonus in 2024 rules?
It doesn't say anything about it. It just says you draw upon a limited well of,
It's probably an extra bonus.
Yeah, it might be a free action.
It might
extra
be an
bonus
action.
bonus.
I don't know. Second wind. I used it. Well, whatever. Let's just call
It's bonus. It's bonus action.
That's a bonus action.
Fair
On your
Fine.
turn, you could use a bonus action to regain hit points.
Got it. Then I will shoot it then also for a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
And I would love to then use what's my arcane shot of the enfeebling arrow to give it an extra 2d6 of. Well, I'll roll the damage. So that's 8 damage with the gun. And then it makes to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw. All right.
Oh wait, it's going to take an extra 8 points of damage. And then
8 originally, right?
8 originally, then an extra 8 for the enfeebling arrow.
Okay.
But then it needs to make con save.
Okay. What's the con save?
DC 10.
Well, what's the con save for?
If the damage dealt by its weapon attacks is halved if it fails. Because it's weakened by my enfeebling arrow.
Gotcha.
Or blast or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that seems applicable to a mimic. Okay. It is severely dented. It is. And I got a 14 on the con save though, so I'm not sure where that landed though.
Oh, so nothing happens. You don't have to worry about that because it passed, but yeah.
Okay. That leaves it over to Luke, and Luke, you're up.
Luke's gonna pull out his blaster and cast a firebolt on this thing.
All right.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Hey,
yeah, baby.
Oh,
All right. What happens to this mimic cookie tin as you go ripping through it? And it's
so Luke draws his blaster here and fires off a laser blast at it, and it just pierces through both the top and bottom of this container and turns it into more of a donut than anything else, and frees Lino from its grasp as it is now just a tin with teeth.
All right. As it clatters down to the ground, and Lionel probably pulls his hand back, seeing if it's still there, you do see that it was stuffed full of little cookies, sugar cookies, but the glistening sugar you see on them kind of has a pale, glowing light. You get the sense that these are maybe magical cookies.
Ooh, healing cookies.
They look like Energon cubes.
And you do get the sense they may give you some energy. There are 12 cookies in there, each is a regular healing potions 2d4 plus 2, right?
Sounds right.
And then greater is 44
Plus 4, I think.
44 plus 4, yeah.
40. So we'll there's 12 cookies in there, a dozen cookies. They are 3d4 plus 3. There
Each?
are 12. Each.
Oh, nice.
Each is
I'm straight grabbing like just a fistful of cookies. I don't even care about anybody else. I'm so like stressed out.
I can take a third of a cookie from somebody and would probably be fine.
I'm not sure that's how it works, Prince Adam. Everybody, let's split these cookies. Just give me the cookies. I'll hand them out as needed.
I just grabbed 3 cookies before Megatron even gets the 10.
I suppose you were there first.
Do you see the state of me right now, Megatron? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You don't care about anybody but yourself. And I start saying this as I'm shoving cookies in my mouth. So it's like there's cookie crumbs just spitting out everywhere.
Guy has a point.
What was the aftermath of the hot chocolate? I must have missed the damage when I had the dog out.
You took 5 damage.
Okay.
And your plastic molded feet are just kind of like a little warped. I'll let you play that if you feel like it in the future.
Got it.
Your movement speed is reduced by 5.
I should have done that.
Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Who wants to? Now that you guys are all full health, I guess you don't want to like take maybe a short rest and get some key points or anything back, or spend some hit dice.
To be honest, I would also like a nap. This whole being bigger thing has been rather stressful for me.
Obviously, we're time constrained, and we can't we gotta take a nap before midnight somehow. But
I feel like we're going to be approaching a cliffhanger soon anyway, if you will.
You do get the sense that there is there seems to be no threats around you. Though Andrew was right, you are pressed for time. The last time you were in the workshop, you saw there was probably 1 hour left before midnight.
Oh no!
I guess we got what's time for a rest.
Short rest is 30 minutes, though, right?
It's an hour.
Short rest is an hour.
We'll say it's 2 hours. So
Convenient.
You see that it is 10 o'clock, and
we've got an hour.
Usually my adventures wrap up in about 22 minutes. So
this must be a special occasion.
Same here.
It's
what a coincidence.
It's the holiday special.
I will forego a cookie then if we're going to take a short rest.
I needn't have a cookie, much as I'd like one. I have a sweet tooth.
I wish I would have thought ahead before I ate all my cookies.
Luke's gonna cast a mage hand and force pick up a couple of 2 cookies and pocket them here.
No need to show off, Luke.
No, right? Seriously.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Nice. Let's take the short rest then and then we'll get moving again.
So you do that, and you do seem uninterrupted during your short rest, and you find the stairs down to the lower level.
Well, let's head down there.
You're not going first. That didn't turn out so well.
All right.
I think Megatron should go first.
Oh, some hero over here.
I think someone holding Megatron should go first.
I'm big now, you fool. I'll go first. You're all a bunch of weaklings and scaredy cats. Literally.
I take offense to that.
No.
You want to. It was meant to be offensive. As I move forward.
I hope you don't trip down the stairs.
Okay, so you guys have your marching order. You know you're going down.
Yeah, I'll go after Meg.
Oh, this looks gross.
Mind if I call you Meg?
I do.
Okay, so you descend down the stairs into a big, vast room. You can tell this is more of the factory this sprawls about, and it's just been ransacked and shattered. The floors are just completely full of rubbish, and you hear a ghostly visage in an audible sound kind of say, "There is no hope for you. I have him. I was always the rightful heir to the powers of Yuletide, and I will not give him back. Once you realize this, you will bow before me, just as if all the toys in the land have. Now, get him, my minions."
Oh.
Megatron bows before no one.
Yeah, neither does Prince Adam.
As you say, Megatron bows before no one. You hear like a, and you walk forward as you, and slowly fading into your vision is a dark paladin dressed in robes. Next to him is an undead mummy. To his side is a Yonti, man in a blue helmet. You see a small truck about 8 feet long and a skeleton holding a ram's head.
Uh-oh.
The good news is Optimus Prime is a good guy. He can help you out.
It's
Awesome.
Mumra. I knew Mumra was behind this.
It's over, Prime.
And that is where we'll end our story.
Awesome.
Impossible.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I wish we were playing again next week.
Well, we'll get
Right.
to it. Give me more time to figure out these voices because I watched a lot of cartoons.
Nice.
We've got to do this like they do in Marvel's comic books and DC comic books, where you don't go against your villain, you like switch off.
Ooh.
But you have to
Right.
go against your villain first, get beat, and then switch,
switch.
right for the
Yeah.
All right, more to think about.
Right. If anybody has a female enemy, nobody can touch her but the female on your team.
Right, yes.
Right.
No,
So-
this is a heavy masculine group and portrayal.
Well, except
Yeah.
for Prince Adam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey-o. Cool. This was awesome, Chad.
This was great. This was a lot of fun. So what happens next week then? What do we need to do to prepare for that? Or are you just gonna send us stuff?
I'll just send you the character choices. There's not a lot of dice rolling going on, so it's going to be heavily role playing. Like skeletons. What you say basically happens.
Cool.
But there's
Thanks.
a story arc that we will be following. I'll send you
Awesome.
the character choices.
All right.
Very cool. Yeah,
Have
that
a
was
good
great,
night,
man.
everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
That sounds
Thanks,
good.
Chad. Have a good night.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
See
thank
you
you.
later.
Yep. See you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, that was fun. We get to play as life-size action figures. There's a part 2 for that, which will happen after the next session, which is a fun standalone one-shot called Christmas is Coming. and it takes place in a special holiday town with serious Hallmark holiday movie vibes. You won't want to miss that one. Thanks for listening, and as always, see you next week. Hello, listeners. Have you been enjoying the Wednesday Night Crew and our real play sessions of Eberron Adventures, along with our special themed one-shots, and playing other RPG systems like Outgunned, Call of Cthulhu, Basin, and Alien the Role-Playing Game? Well, if so, then maybe you should head over to patreon.com and become a patron, just like our first 3 patrons, Sean, Andrew, and John. For just $3 a month, you get your name mentioned in the podcast credits. More tiers will be added as our podcast family grows. Why don't you head over to patreon.com/The Wednesday Night Crew and sign up. You can even sign up for free if you don't want to donate. We're just happy to have you. We hope to see you there. Thanks for being a dedicated listener, and as always, see you next week.